Good afternoon. I'm Charles Lejano. This is One News Now. The government plans to open another COVID-19 mega quarantine facility this month in preparation for the expected spike in COVID-19 cases once the economy reopens. To give us details, Gerard de la Peña is reporting to us live from Parañaque City. Gerard, tell us more about this new facility.
Well, Charles, we were able to take a sneak peek of the mega quarantine facility a little while ago. This COVID-19 facility is the biggest so far in Metro Manila.
This is a mega quarantine facility located at the heart of Bagong Pilipino, a 2-hectare reclaimed land at the entertainment city of Parañaque. The 525-bed COVID-19 facility will be the biggest so far in Metro Manila. The government aims to open the isolation center on August 25 for mild and asymptomatic patients. Vince Dizon, COVID-19 Response Deputy Chief Implementer, said this is in preparation for the expected spike in COVID-19 cases as the government seeks to reopen the economy gradually.
In preparation din to na kapag nagbukas tayo muli from MECQ, bumalik tayo ng GCQ, and eventually pagpupunta ang Greater Metro Manila sa MGCQ.
But that has yet to be decided. The Health Department says it's too early to assess if the 2-week MECQ was effective. For now, the agency has set aside 2.4 billion pesos under the 2021 national budget to ensure that at least 20% of the population will receive vaccines once they become available. The DOH said the country will begin the clinical trials of anti-flu drug Avigan on COVID-19 patients starting August 17. The agency is also willing to cooperate for the proposed creation of a virology institute. Meanwhile, the omnibus guidelines for testing is also being finalized. Assistant Secretary Maria Rosario Vergere suggested that there is no need to ban rapid testing despite its accuracy issues.
Pwedeng gamitin ang rapid antibody test dun sa mga pasyente na nakaka-recover na or pwede nang matag as recovered. Kasi on the 21st day of the illness of a patient, accurate na or sensitive na ang rapid antibody test.
The DOH, however, maintains that RT-PCR testing remains the gold standard in coronavirus testing.
Charles, the government is also planning to open other mega quarantine centers in Calabarzon area, particularly in Calamba and in Antipolo City. Charles.
Thank you, Gerard de la Peña, reporting live from Parañaque City. Normally, at this juncture of the broadcast day, we dish out the latest case tally of COVID-19 cases in the country. But that's not going to happen just yet. The Health Department says a system error has led to a delay in reporting. Instead, the case bulletin will be released later tonight at 8. The DOH said an unexpected system error caused the non-inclusion of new cases in the extracted database of COVID Kaya, a case and contact tracing reporting system. The DOH is looking into the error's root cause and vowed to take measures to prevent this from happening moving forward. Currently, the country has almost 130,000 COVID-19 cases, with the Health Department reporting more than 3,100 new cases on Sunday, August 9. Out of the total confirmed cases, almost 60,000 are active. And there are 61 additional COVID-19 deaths reported on Sunday, bringing the country's death toll to 2,270. Over 67,600 have recovered from the SARS-like disease, with over 650 new recoveries recorded yesterday. Not even the heavy downpour could stop the Center for International Law from trooping to the Supreme Court to file a petition against the anti-terror law. This is the 27th petition asking the High Court to declare the measure as unconstitutional. Joining Center Law as co-petitioners are Vera Files, Foundation for Media Alternatives, law professors from the Lyceum of the Philippines, and other journalists and lawyers. In a statement over the weekend, the coalition said 8 of the Act's 9 penal provisions are unconstitutional and violate fundamental rights, including free speech.
Ito pong hingi namin sa ating Supreme Court, sa ating kataas-taasang hukuman, na proteksyonan po nito ang mga karapatang pantao, lalo na po ang kapangyarihan ng West, dahil kung hindi po magiging matinding peligro ang Anti-Terror Act sa atin pong mga hukuman at mga West.
Justice Secretary Menardo Guevara advises embattled PhilHealth officials to voluntarily go on leave. In a text message, Guevara said officials whose operations are under special audit should take a leave of absence so that investigators can freely proceed with the inquiry. He said that the Data Privacy Act may not be invoked in the conduct of government probes. Guevara also said that a team from the DOJ will convene today to finalize a strategy to be submitted to the task force, which Guevara himself will oversee. Meanwhile, presidential spokesperson Harry Roque said the task force may recommend the preventive suspension of any official to ensure that the probe will remain unhampered. As for the hearings, the palace leaves it to the Senate whether to approve the request of some officials to skip the August 11 inquiry due to medical reasons. We're going to pause for a quick break. One News Now will be right back. Still watching One News Now, I'm Charles Lejano. Things are looking up for the Bayanihan 2 as the proposed bill that is seen to help the country cope with the pandemic. That's after no less than President Duterte asked Congress to expedite the measure's passage. To give us more details, Ria Fernandez reports to us live from Quezon City. Ria, how did the House lawmakers decide on their version of the Bayanihan 2?
Charles, voting 242-6, the lower house passed on final reading the proposed Bayanihan to Recover as One Act aimed at boosting the country's COVID-19 response. The House of Representatives appropriated 162 billion pesos worth of standby fund under its Bayanihan to Recover as One bill. Also known as Bayanihan 2, the measure aims to provide support to workers and industries who have borne the brunt of the pandemic's economic impact. A huge chunk of the fund will go to loans and recovery programs for small businesses. There will also be allocation for PhilHealth's COVID testing and treatment, as well as the needs of health workers. It will likewise cover the anti-COVID vaccine once it becomes available. Education stakeholders, meanwhile, are assured of financial assistance as the blended learning setup is put in place. Lawmakers initially wanted bigger funding to address COVID-19, but due to limited resources, they decided to pass Bayanihan 2 as is and rather work on other measures that will ensure continuity of COVID response programs. Earlier today, the House Tax Panel approved the Guide Bill, or the Government Financial Institutions Unified Initiatives to Distressed Enterprises for Economic Recovery. House Speaker Alan Peter Cayetano took a swipe at Deputy Minority Leader Carlos Zarate, who earlier expressed concern that Bayanihan 2 funds could be used to fuel the campaign of administration allies if not properly audited.
Kung sila nagagalit sa red tagging, 'di ba? I think it's unfair na mag-election tagging sa lahat. Kasi kahit ano namang programa ng gobyerno, pwede mong sabihin, pwedeng gamitin sa eleksyon. But that's not the issue. The issue is whether or not maganda yung mga programa na yon. So, if you look, yung Bayanihan 1, may 200 billion sa ayuda. Pwede rin gamitin sa eleksyon yon, pero natuwa ba tao? Nagalit nga ang tao.
To which Zarate responded,
It's very easy to say, meron namang oversight function ng Kongreso. No? But sa realidad, fully exercised ba ng Kongreso talaga yung kanyang oversight function?
Members of Congress will iron out their versions of Bayanihan 2 this Thursday. They are expected to ratify it and submit to the President for his signature next week. Charles?
Thanks for that, Ria. That was Ria Fernandez reporting live from Quezon City. For more updates, follow News 5, the Philippine Star, and Business World online. Visit our website, onenews.ph, for more in-depth analysis. And you can also catch One News on the Signal Play app. Register for a free account now at www.signalplay.com and stream One News live anytime and anywhere. I'm Charles Lejano. We are One News.